Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Internet Mexican Show here on Spike Gaming. Before I had talked about trying to do these once a week, and I decided I was going to cut back on that because the show's called Spike Gaming, and I mostly wanted to focus it on the gaming aspects of it, so I started releasing more PUBG videos, but it's just that I go on Twitter, and people say shit, and I read it, and I gotta comment on it. And some of the shit that I seen today was this fucking prick that you'll see here. I don't know his name. I don't really care what his name is. He's a fucking scumbag. He killed 2 police officers, and then he bragged about it. No remorse. Happy to do it. As a matter of fact, he said, I don't fucking regret that shit. Only thing that I fucking regret is that I fucking just killed 2. I wish I killed more of those motherfuckers. I will break out soon, and I will kill more. Infuriating. Garbage person, fucking piece of shit. Then there's people like Ryan Saavedra, whatever the fuck his name is, who's talking about Democrats are fighting for people like this. No, Ryan, no. The funny thing is that it's not just this asshole. Tons of right-wingers have been jumping on this fucking xenophobia train, talking about Democrats are fighting for people like him. They're not fighting for people like him. They're fighting for people like me. People who went to college. People who have not committed crimes. Who aren't going off on fucking killing sprees. People like me who are trying to build something for themselves. Trying to, have a good life. We pay our taxes. We work our jobs. We've gone to college. We're trying to be contributing members to society. Regular, everyday people. Wholehearted Americans in every single way other than on paper, who simply want to find a way towards legalization in this country. That's who they're fighting for, not people like him. At this point, you're doing nothing but twisting it. You're trying to vilify all illegal immigrants using this guy to push your own xenophobic agenda. But at this point, with this presidency, with this administration, with the way it has been going the past year, the past couple months, I'm not surprised. And I'm definitely not surprised to find Ann Coulter talking about this guy, trying to use this as another reason why people need to be afraid of illegal immigrants, why they need to build the wall. And not even like I give a fuck about the wall. I said it before. If what it takes to create a path for legalization is to build a wall, build a fucking wall. It doesn't fucking matter. The wall, the wall should be a non-fucking issue. It's a public works project that'll create jobs. It really will have no effect on the quality of life of people who live in this country whatsoever, other than it'll give some people a paycheck. Build a fucking wall. But today they're using this guy as a reason for people like you to be afraid of someone like me, because according to what he's saying, Democrats are fighting to keep people like him, apparently. And it's funny that Ann Coulter retweeted that fucking prick, right? And let's go down. If I could even find it. I probably can't even find it anymore. But you can watch it in my last video where Ann Coulter said she would rather have MS-13 members here than Dreamers anyway. So to Ann Coulter, wouldn't keeping this fucking cop killer, wouldn't that be a preferable thing for her, as opposed to keeping someone like me who just wants to go to work every day so that he can pay his rent and pay his light bill and play some Xbox when he gets home? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. And it's funny because I knew that as soon as I went on Twitter today, Ann Coulter would be having a field day with this. I knew it. But she never mentioned this guy, white supremacist guy who tried to derail the fucking train. Nope, didn't mention him one fucking time. I went through her feed, didn't see one fucking mention. Or this prick right here, I can't even hit this guy right here, who shot a fucking cop also. He shot a cop, and thank God that officer did not pass away. But he shot a fucking police officer, and I see absolutely zero fucking mention of that on Ann Coulter's page. I didn't even see fucking Tommy Lauren talking about this. Tommy Lauren, who's all, oh, I appreciate police officers. Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, guys. Right? Remember that bitch who happens to be 100% in support of law enforcement, right? Did not mention that this fucking guy is a cop killer. But I bet you if I go on there's a mention about the fucking Mexican guy. And another reason why we need to be afraid of illegal immigrants, right? No. Because to people like them, There is no differentiation between this prick and people like me. To them, people like me, who have been here since I was 1 year old, who grew up assimilated, are Americans in every way, and gets up every morning, goes to work, minds his own fucking business, and fucking never goes out of his fucking way to hurt anybody, are equivalent to this guy. But it's funny, because I knew she would be all over this, but never mentioned him, never talked about him. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that they're white. I mean, come on, we all know that's the reason why. Because it's counterproductive to the right's narrative that anybody who is born outside of this country, who doesn't happen to be the right fucking skin tone, is scary and dangerous. Yes, not gonna lie, yes, some illegal immigrants are scary and dangerous, but maybe some natural born citizens who happen to be members of your race are also scary and dangerous. Gee, it's almost like there's fucking assholes everywhere, regardless of race or natural origin or creed or sexual orientation. It's almost like assholes persist throughout all of humanity. Of course, the right would not have you believe that. The right would have you believe that it's only outsiders, non-Americans, who you should be afraid of, right? The right would have you believe that murders by U.S. white supremacists have. They would have you believe that they have that murders by white supremacists in the U.S. have not doubled into 2017. It's funny though, because that's something that I said. As soon as we had somebody running for president who was getting all this support, who said that Mexicans were rapists, that we were murderers, that we were thieves, who pushed this xenophobic agenda. As soon as he came out and started pushing this Islamophobic, this xenophobic agenda, as soon as he came out, I said, if that man becomes president, wait, you're going to see an increase in hate crimes. And you know what? I was not let down. I was also not let down by how vocal these fucking scumbags have become. You know, it's fucking, it's very disheartening, because we live what? Everyone loves to point out that we're in the year 2018. It's, you know, we're fucking progressing as society, but we still have these remnants of just human garbage left from our past, where people who happen to be different from you were scary. And it's shit like this, just all through Ann Coulter shit. Like, if you go through it, you see it's just xenophobia, hatred, and even hatred of just the left in general, because anything that counters the right's extremist views happens to be un-American and scary to these people. Donald Trump says Democrats want to shut down government over amnesty, except that it's not amnesty. And weren't you just the one saying that as long as you could get your border wall, you would fucking sign anything? That's fucking amnesty. But there's actually a story that I was looking on here, and here we go. More data. Dreamers 32 blah blah. Here we go. She retweets this story. Dreamer age illegals have crime rate double young Americans. Dreamer age. What the fuck does dreamer age illegal mean? It's like they're trying to say illegal immigrants have double the crime rate. Okay, but they're trying to lump the dreamers in there. You realize to be a dreamer or to be a DACA recipient, there's actually specific criteria that have to be met other than the fact that you're here undocumented. Like, you have to have come in between this year to this year, which I guess that's where the dreamer age comes from. But you also have to have graduated from an American high school. You also have to have a clean fucking record. So guess what? If you're already committing crimes, you're not a dreamer because you don't qualify to be one, fucker. And that's what this bitch doesn't understand. What they're trying to say here is what they're trying to do is they're trying to lump dreamers with every other illegal immigrant, including the ones that were fucking just 100% straight up criminals who wouldn't qualify for DACA or the DREAM Act anyway, where if the DREAM Act were passed, these people would not be covered by it because they've committed crimes. These people would remain on the chopping block. And that's one of the things that they want to fucking scare you with. They want to tell you that if DACA is a thing, that if the DREAM Act is a thing, that we're going to have all these illegal immigrant criminals that are scary and killing cops and raping children and all this kind of shit, that they're going to be running around rampant because it's amnesty. What they don't tell you is the truth, that these people We don't want them in this country. We want them out. Yes, dreamers want criminals out too, because regular everyday people such as myself kind of don't like walking around with fucking murderers everywhere either. You know, because I don't know about you guys, but when I go outside, I like to not get shot, right? Or stabbed or raped, you know. But fucking, what they want you to believe is that, yeah, if the Dream Act got passed, that these people would be allowed to stay. The reality is, though, that if the Dream Act got passed, people like me would be allowed to stay, and people like those guys committing crimes and the fucking murdering people, they would remain on the chopping block, and they would still be getting kicked out. It's not an amnesty where the only requirement that would, you know, remain behind would be that in order for you to qualify as you'd be illegal. That's not what it is, but that's what they would like you to believe with titles like Dreamer Age Illegals. But of course, what can you expect from organizations such as Breitbart that will openly and thoroughly and aggressively push this xenophobic, just fucking hateful agenda on you? You know, just like Ann Coulter, though, so I'm not surprised that she's the one that retweeted it when she's talking about she would rather have criminals, MS-13 gangbangers, rapists, fucking drug dealers here than dreamers, right? She would rather have the fucking actual bad guys that they're warning you about than dreamers. It's fucking ridiculous. It's, you know, I have no other words to explain how fucking ridiculous it is. It is. It's ridiculous. And it's fucking propaganda. And just something that, you know what, I wasn't going to touch on, but I decided not to do a video about it because, I mean, like I said, I wanted to focus on gaming, but they just keep going on about it. And that's Donald Trump's shithole country comment where they say, why are we letting in people from the shithole countries? And Tommy Lauren comes on with a very intuitive, very smart, very eloquent argument of, if they aren't shithole countries, why don't their citizens stay there? Let's be honest. Call it what it is. Look, Tommy, all right, I know you're like the hottest thing right now in conservative media, right? The next Ann Coulter, the hotter version of Ann Coulter, but that's not saying much because a fresh dog turd is hotter than Ann Coulter. My unwiped ass after having fucking mad diarrhea is hotter than Ann Coulter. I mean, let's get a picture of Ann Coulter. We have Tommy Lauren's little avatar here. So we have a picture of Ann Coulter there for reference, so you can see it doesn't take much to be hotter than Ann Coulter. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong picture. It doesn't take much to be hotter than a bitch that looks like she's a fucking walking skeleton. All right, but Tommy Lauren comes up here talking about, if they aren't shithole countries, why don't their citizens stay there? No one ever said they weren't shithole countries. Honey, we know Haiti's a shithole country. You know, the fact that they're one of the poorest countries in the world, the fact that some of these people, there's a documentary out there where they're making cookies out of dirt, honey. So yeah, we know it's a shithole country. We know fucking many of the countries in Africa are shithole countries. Like, for instance, Liberia. You know, Liberia's a shithole country. Yeah, we know, yeah, okay. So, it's not the fact that we're calling these countries shitholes that's offensive. It's when you're saying, why are we letting those people in? Why can't we let more people in from Norway? That's what's offensive. It's that you're saying that because someone was born in Haiti, or because someone was born in Liberia, or because someone was born in, I don't know, El fucking Salvador, or because someone was born in Vietnam or whatever. It's when you're saying that because they were born in those countries, that somehow they are now inferior to someone who happened to be born in Norway. It's the implication that they don't deserve a chance at being Americans. It's the implication that because they were born there, they're inferior human beings to someone who was born in Norway or Sweden or Spain. It's the implication that if two immigrants are coming to this country and someone is from Haiti and another is from, I don't know, fucking England, that the person from the shithole country has to provide further justification as to why they deserve a shot at the American dream. That's what's offensive. We know Haiti is fucking a shithole. I know Mexico is probably a shithole compared to the United States. Part of the reason I don't want to fucking go there, right? But the fucking part that is offensive is not acknowledging these places suck. It's the implication that because someone was born there, that they must be inferior to someone who was born somewhere where it's not a shithole. It's the implication that people born in shitholes don't deserve the opportunity to improve their lives. That the implication that somehow because someone was born with less opportunity, that they too do not have the capability of being good Americans. That's the offensive part. And that seems to fly over your fucking head like. But hopefully with that little explanation, you fucking understood it a little better. Because you know me, I'm not really a fan, Tommy. But you know what? I'm just trying to help you, don't you know? Anyway, that's all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Fucking, this is an impromptu video anyway. Generally, you probably get the mood of the video that I'm generally kind of annoyed, maybe a little bit pissed off, and that's because I am. But if you like what the fuck I had to say, like, comment, subscribe. If you disagree, leave me a comment anyway. I'm not going to block you. I'm not fucking Tommy Lauren. All right, see you guys later. Just as a quick PS here, because in my rage, I forgot to mention this guy right here. Alonso Gillen, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher his name. But he was a dreamer, and he's a dreamer that people like Ann Coulter and Tommy Lauren and Sean Hannity and all your little right-wing propagandist friends don't like to mention. He's a dreamer who gave his life, as in he fucking died while trying to save American lives. So while you're over here talking about, oh, be afraid of illegal immigrants because they're fucking rapists and murderers and all that shit, maybe you'd like to mention people like him who fucking gave their lives saving Americans. No. You want to mention fucking all the criminals. You want to fucking paint us all with a broad stroke that we're all fucking evil, that they're all people to be afraid of. But tell me, were you ever gonna mention him? Because I'll go through your fucking Twitter feed and see if you ever mentioned him. I know you fucking didn't. I know you didn't. Because you will never, ever push a story like this that maybe states, that maybe implies that people like me could potentially be good people, that people like him could be illegal immigrants. No, you want to push the script, the fucking story that we're people you need to be afraid of. But no, we're not. Not all of us. And that's the part that's disgusting, is that you're so willing to jump on and push these stories to propagate the hate, but you'll never give props to a person like this who gave his life to save other people. People fucking disgust me.